Today we are going to see uh, Angular 4 with Angular CLI from scratch. So this application basically help us for rapid development, any single page application. So as we know, the Angular basically used for single page application, same as our Gmail application, and as per progressive development approach of Angular team, they are introduced Angular 4 last year. And as we know, Angular have a stable version of 1.5 and Angular 2, and this is Angular 4. So I was very happy when I was working with um, Angular 1.5, but unfortunately they have a lack of unit testing as well as deployment activity, and the Angular 1.5 is not fully support for agility development. That season Angular team introduced as more rapid development approach, which accept user criteria as a high important priority for development. So Angular team introduced another Angular CLI library which help us for all creation of application architecture as well as our application development from scratch. And Angular CLI does not contain the bootstrap support, but in this course you are going to learn bootstrap as well as Angular CLI. So both combination you can learn from here, as well as I can guide you for deployment activity too for Angular CLI and bootstrap application too. So in this, for this course, basically we need Node.js. So you can install Node.js from here, and npm tool from here, as well as if you have Node and npm install on your machine, you can check the Node version and Node PM, because Node have also multiple versions. So old version are not support Angular CLI. That's reason we may make sure what version of Node we are going to use for our application development. The another, install Angular CLI. How you can install Angular CLI in a command prompt, I am going to show you right now within application. So overall, after this course you will learn how the Angular CLI is work for you for any simple application. So I chose as a dummy company name for Microsoft Click Technology. We can create the application for this application, as well as we can host in a local host. Once it will be deployed on my IIS, and we can see our web application how it is look like. So these are a basic presentation which I created. So for after our Angular CLI install, we need to see how the bootstrap support our application and what the changes which we required for our application. I added all information in the PPT, so I will copy those information at the time of a development from here. So thank you. So at the time of a demonstration, what I will do, I will open cmd command with as a run as a admin, because some machine have a permission rights. So I just click on a W, and I created one dummy folder over here in my desktop. I with my company name Microsoft Click, even though we don't want to create Microsoft. So our application here, I will move out from this folder, as well as I will jump into the my folder, Microsoft Click folder. Now I am in, and for as per presentation I will show you, this is a criteria which we need for Node.js installation and npm installation, and we can see what the version of Node in my machine. So we can copy and post Node version v. I can see my Node which version is installed on my machine. So here it is some show error. module.js. Okay, so we can go. I think I need to close it out. Okay, here we can see that my node version is installed with 7.72, and npm version also we can check through this command what the npm version is installed. And after that, as you see my second uh, slide third slide, we can go to see about Angular CLI code. Here you can see that Angular CLI is a command line interface for Angular, and more detail we can go into deep detail for Angular, but we know what is CLI and how it will be work for web application development. So you can see npm install -g at the rate Angular/CLI. So the same command I'm going to type on my folder. So I'm jump into my local folder where I was before. So cd slash paste, and after that I am going to copy the command line operation which I'm copied in the PPT slides for help. So I copy for more typing and reduce the video size. So I type npm install -g Angular CLI, same as our whatever the suggestion from Angular CLI team. I enter. When I entered, it will take time to complete application install on a specific my machine, so it will take more time. So we can pause this video for a couple of minutes. Once it will be done, I will record this one. Thank you. Yeah, so after installation it will be look like that. Our command prompt will look like that. They created some folder on my machine, on my folder. So after installation on my machine of the Angular CLI, we can utilize for our application. So in this library we have command, another command which is indicate on my, I copy this line for the second one. So I'm going to create my application name is ng new my soft click is my application name, and I'm going to create under the same folder name. So when I hit, so it will be create some folder on the same folder, which we can see one by one. Next to I will place like that. So you can see that when I hit this one, it will be create a folder for my application, and it will take some time for installing package for tooling via npm, because we have npm version also installed, which I show you before on the starting of the video. Sometime the installation of new application, it will take time, because as per their Angular CLI team, they introduce some library for Angular 4 and Angular 2 based on our their availability. So yeah, so installation is done, and after installation you can see the project is created end-to-end node module src project, as well as the package json. So who who they are familiar with the Angular 2 and Angular 1.5 and Angular 4, as well as see the documentation in the Google. You can Angular details in Google on a wiki page. So you can see the Angular JS have 2 or 4 version, 2 version and 4 point. The stable version is 1.5. The old logic of Angular application and the Angular 2 and 4 is a complete development approach are changed, and some fast development and automation code of a boilerplate code handling the Angular 4 are completely support. So more detail you can go into the wiki, and more details you can see. So what I am going to do now, the folder which I created, I will make it open into Notepad++, because I'm familiar with the Notepad++. Basically most of the Microsoft developer are familiar with Visual Studio, but right now I'm going to show my application through this Notepad++. Open workspace and hit my URL. Completely it will be open my all application. I will close all my old files now, and here you can see that the package.json.